Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan, and if you love Bethesda, The Elder Scrolls, Fallout, and even Starfield, and you're not subscribed yet to the KingFanMan channel, why not? That's all I talk about here, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. We just got some massive news from Bethesda Game Studios laying out a roadmap of what's coming from all of their games, including Starfield, The Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout 5, Fallout 76, and more. This is a huge change for Bethesda because Todd Howard loves to keep all of this information secret until the very last moment. But it is a new day at Xbox and at Bethesda Game Studios. Fans have been very concerned, to say the least, after all the layoffs and changes about how this will affect their favorite games. Well, thankfully, we don't have to wonder anymore. They just told us everything. So please stick to the end of this video because we'll be covering every game coming from Bethesda, including remasters and even the collaboration with Obsidian. It's a lot to cover, so let's jump right in. It starts off a note from Bethesda Game Studios. We love making the worlds as much as you love playing in them. Today, we want to share what's next for Bethesda Game Studios and what you can expect from us in the years ahead. For 40 years, we built games that have entertained almost 500 million players. More than just games, these are worlds for you to explore, shape, and make your own. Worlds we return to together. That's what's driving us forward. We're investing more deeply in the worlds players love, giving creators a bigger role in shaping their experiences and bringing our teams closer together so we can get our games into your hands sooner, support them longer, and continue building them alongside you for decades to come. Now, this opening statement is huge because Bethesda is trying to reassure fans after all the layoffs and changes that have happened that things going forward are going to be better than they have in the past and that these things aren't going to change the future as well. Games like Starfield and Fallout 76, there's been questions, is there going to even be any more of those games? Well, all of this is to put all of those fears to rest. Bethesda says Starfield continues with over 17 million players logging almost 1 billion hours to date. Starfield remains an important part of our future. As we enter year 3, we'll continue expanding the settled systems with new stories, targeted gameplay improvements, and additional updates while preparing for the launch of the new Starborn content next year. So the next DLC for Starfield is actually confirmed right here by Bethesda Game Studios to be Starborn content. Now, we've kind of known this for quite a while because of the trademark that was filed by Bethesda Game Studios entitled Starborn. So when might we expect this new Starborn DLC for Starfield? Well, all they say is as we enter into year 3, but be aware that Starfield's years can kind of stretch into more than a year. Year 2 for Starfield took about 2 years, so maybe we get it this year, maybe next year. They go on to say more than 40% of our players already customize their experience through creations and will continue investing in creators and giving players new ways to make Starfield their own. We've already known that this is going to be a big emphasis going forward, not just with Starfield, but with all of their games, because Asha has talked about creator-centric content. Well, they are doubling down with creation, so Bethesda's going to be investing in creators. They will actually be giving money and funding new creations for Starfield and their other games going forward, so you can expect a lot more DLC-sized creations to come in Starfield. In fact, they have a whole section just dedicated to creations itself. It says, created by players, we believe from the beginning that our worlds belong not only to the people who make them, but also the people who play them. That's why we've long provided players with the tools to create their own experiences, dating back to the Morrowind construction set. This year marked another major milestone for creations with its expansion to Fallout 4, joining Skyrim and Starfield. We're proud to say creators have already earned more than $10 million in royalties from their work. So let me quickly say, again, Creations is going to be a major focus going forward for Xbox and Bethesda Game Studios. In fact, The Elder Scrolls 6 is being built from day one with Creations in mind. But not just future games. Again, they are doubling down on their past games, making Creations a huge part of what they do, what they fund, what they help with, making these games stay alive for much, much longer. There have been a lot of changes to Fallout within the last year or so, and we know that Fallout is one of the biggest franchises in gaming right now. Bethesda says that Fallout is one of our biggest priorities today. Fallout 5 remains our long-range destination, and we have multiple Fallout projects in active development right now. The first thing I want to stress is Bethesda has not lost Fallout. Many are out there reporting that Bethesda has lost Fallout to Obsidian, which is not true at all. Yes, Obsidian is working on a Fallout, but Fallout still belongs to Bethesda. Not only will Bethesda be involved with the Obsidian Fallout, overseeing it, they still have Fallout 5 that they are working on right now. Many have been worried about the future of Fallout 76 after BGS Austin took a big hit in the layoffs, and many devs spoke out saying, "We don't know how we're going to continue updating Fallout 76. Well, Bethesda is giving us some reassurance about this game going forward. They say Fallout 76 continues to be the home to millions of players exploring Appalachia together. With nearly 70 free updates released to date, the journey is far from over. In fact, we have a major Fallout 76 expansion planned for next year called Raven Rock, a prequel story to Fallout 3. Now, my longtime subscribers will know this. I have been long reporting that we are going to get a map expansion going east into Washington, D.C., and that is exactly what they confirm right here. We are getting this prequel story to Fallout 3. That's because Fallout 76 happens before Fallout 3, called Raven Rock. This is going to be the map expansion into the east, and this is probably going to be update 76 that John Rush has teased about being the biggest update ever. So it is fantastic to see that they are still committed to this game moving forward. Now, how that's going to happen, we'll just have to wait and see whether they're going to bring in another outside studio to help the ones remaining in Austin. Now, here is some absolutely huge news. Bethesda Game Studios themselves confirm that both Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas remasters are being worked on right now. They say, "We also know many players want to revisit previous Fallout experiences. While we're not announcing any dates today, we have been working on remasters for both Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas." I can tell you these games are being worked on at the same time, which will speed up development for Fallout New Vegas. It will be released after Fallout 3, and we expect Fallout 3 Remastered to drop next year, sometime around the Fallout TV show. We already knew through a leak that Obsidian was given the next Fallout project to work on, and that they would be collaborating with Bethesda Game Studios themselves. Well, that's exactly what Bethesda confirms today. They say the Wasteland continues to expand as we team up once again with our longtime friends at Obsidian Entertainment. We're happy to confirm they are working with us on a new Fallout project. We'll have more to share in the future. It is so exciting that we're getting another Fallout from the people who gave us Fallout New Vegas. And yes, they have a lot of that Fallout DNA left right there at Obsidian. People like Josh Sawyer, Tim Kaine, John Gonzalez, and many, many more. I do not believe this is going to be a sequel to Fallout New Vegas. In fact, I believe they will stay way away from New Vegas because the TV show is taking place in that area. I expect this Fallout to be somewhere way away in the United States, like Fallout New Orleans, Fallout Texas, something along those lines. But I cannot wait to see what they and Bethesda do together. This also means the creation engine will probably be used for this next Fallout project, since they and Bethesda are working together. And that is huge for the modding community and for those that want the next Fallout to feel like a true Fallout game. There have also been major concerns about the Elder Scrolls 6, how these layoffs might affect it and even delay the game. Well, Bethesda responds with this: "We are also bringing our teams closer together across Bethesda. ZeniMax Online Studios will partner closely with Bethesda Game Studios on the Elder Scrolls franchise while continuing to deliver incredible new experiences for the Elder Scrolls Online." Very quickly, that's a great reassurance that the Elder Scrolls Online will continue in the future as well, even with ZeniMax being gutted again. But it also means that Bethesda is going to bring in other studios to help them on the Elder Scrolls 6. Not just ZeniMax Online Studios, but also id Software, Machine Games, and others will come in helping Bethesda finish up the Elder Scrolls 6, hopefully putting it into our hands much, much sooner. This should squash a lot of those fears about an Elder Scrolls 6 delay anyway. Now, there are still a lot of questions about when we may see the Elder Scrolls 6 and actually get to play it. Well, those on the conservative side say that it may be 2029 or even 2030 before this game releases. But there are others that say we might see it as early as next year. For me, I'm still holding out hope that next year may be the year, or 2028 at the very latest. Bethesda confirms in this letter that Fallout 5 is currently in what they call pre-production. I can tell you a little bit more. Last summer in 2025, a bigger team was put on Fallout 5 and ramped up the development, hoping to speed up Fallout 5 and get it into our hands much, much sooner. While obviously the Elder Scrolls 6 is the main focus of BGS right now because they don't want that game delayed any longer than it has to be, Fallout 5's development is in full swing with a good team of developers working on it every day. So these games are being developed at the same time, which should speed up Fallout 5's release date by quite a bit. It is obvious to me that Bethesda has been needing to do what they did today for a long, long time, to at least tell the fans what's going on. I believe that this letter will go a long way to calming a lot of the fears and helping us build back excitement for what's coming in the future for Bethesda Game Studios. Thank you for getting your Bethesda news right here in the King's Corner. Hey, before you get out of here, please like this video, make a comment down below. I would love to know what you think of it, and it sure helps this video and my channel in a great way. If you would like to support me, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can join this channel, become a member of the King's Crew, or you can become one of my dear Patreons. That link is down in the description below. I am the KingFanMan. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.